Okay. Adam Driver, attractive or not?
I would say mid, but above mid. Not your average mid. He's a hot mid man.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry,
We're starting now.
I feel like that's going to be really loud.
Yeah, but it lets him know when to start things. And so
Yeah.
he'll just be like editing. Like, dear God! Oh!
Yep. That's happened a couple times. I love that again.
Do you? Do you still
Sometimes, yeah. Actually, I've started developing just like letting it play, like while I do random things. And then when I hear something that I definitely need to edit out, I'm like, okay, I'll put this down.
That's
Then
smart.
go back.
Multitask. Yeah, that's impressive. Oh, Susanna, sorry.
Oh yeah, hi. This
She's
is
here.
Susanna.
Hi.
She's here. We promised her a guest spot quite a while ago, and it's happening now because we never planned it.
Words.
And here, I guess.
We gotta sound like good people here.
This was
We're great.
definitely
This was
planned.
planned, and we are good people.
I give thousands to charity every month.
Because he's...
Mm-hmm.
so okay. Stupid Giga Chat
I
song.
should play that after. If you're listening on Google Podcasts, that song will play in its entirety afterwards.
Sweet.
Yes.
Google Podcast.
What have you been up to? How was your week?
Good. I haven't done much. I've just been in school.
What school do you have now?
It's public speaking, and then I have environmental science, and then there is a business computers one, and then nutrition.
Ooh.
I hated nutrition.
I hate all of it. Yeah.
I picked nutrition as my science one year. I really regretted it.
Yeah, like I can do it, I get it, but it's so boring to me. I'm like, I'm never gonna use this, but sure glad I
Never
know
going
it.
to? Are you trying to would you ever change your diet, eat large amounts of blueberries? I'm eating at least one egg every day now.
Good for you.
Yes.
Protein's
Did you
good.
see my
She's very pro egg.
Fried eggs.
She
Oh.
loves the eggs.
That has the word eggs on it. What?
It's fried eggs. There's an egg painted on my wall in my room. It's
Egg
about
obsessed.
4 foot.
That's a pretty big egg.
I painted it,
It is a
myself.
big egg, and
Oh.
I'll show you
again
a
eggs.
picture later. I'm
Okay.
quite proud of it.
Lots of eggs.
So many eggs.
Blueberries.
Blueberries.
Apparently a superfood. You're supposed to eat those.
That's interesting.
Antioxidants.
I've heard a lot of different opinions on fruits lately because they're like they're really good for you, and everyone's like they're sugars. I'm like, but it's
Yeah,
natural
they're
sugar.
natural sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like obviously, like if you're eating straight mangoes all day, like you're gonna have something, or if you have blood pressure, but
What's the general opinion on mangoes?
I like mangoes a lot.
Out of 10?
I'd give them solid 7.5, 8.
Okay, dried
Fresh
mangoes.
mangoes are where it's at.
Okay.
Dried mangoes, it gets a
are-
little iffy. It's more brand to brand. But
chewy.
a good ripe mango.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's got to be a summer thing. I'm not eating mangoes in the winter.
Favorite fruit?
That's tough.
Grapes.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, grapefruit is pretty good.
Have you guys ever
Grapefruit
had the
is-
cotton candy grapes?
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
not
eat
sure
those
I have.
all day.
Those
they
are pretty good.
actually
Freeze
taste like
them?
cotton candy. Ooh.
Wait, what?
Cotton candy grapes. They're supposed to taste like cotton candy, and the first one or two you eat, they kind of do, and then the rest of them just taste like really good sweet grapes.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that,
That's
but we're
fine.
gonna move on.
That's fine.
Cool.
Doesn't matter. You're
My
right.
siblings freeze grapes and
Yeah.
eat them frozen.
Mhm.
Is that?
I do that.
Oh, okay.
Again, that's a summer thing. I'm not doing that in winter.
Of course
But
not,
in the
no.
summer, when it's like, you're just chilling, it's hot outside, you freeze some grapes, and they're pretty good.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Big grape guy. Big fruit person.
I like fruit. They never really. I tried dragon fruit, and I like dragon fruit.
Ooh, I
Really?
tried it, but how do you eat it with the seeds?
Well, that's the thing is you have to eat it with the seeds, and so it's kind of like a watermelon
Fiber.
thing where you like shoot it out at people, or you eat it. Yeah, but there's a
Yeah.
difference because there's a red grapefruit and then there's the white grapefruit or dragon fruit. And the white one tastes like nothing, and then the red one has lots of flavor. And it's actually quite
I've
sweet.
never had the red one. But I've
It's
had the
way
white one.
better
and it
than the
was-
white one.
I didn't have a great experience with it because I was just chewing through all the seeds and I was like,
Yeah, I could
it's
see
gonna
that.
be
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. What's the little sour ones? They're like it's not a dragon fruit. It's
The yellow ones?
kumquat. Is that a thing? That's
It's a thing.
It
but
is a
I don't
thing.
know if it's the
I
right
tried
one.
those. Those are pretty good.
Guavas.
I've had guava juice. Never had guava.
They're really
Guava's
sweet.
Guava has a lot of seeds. I'm actually not sure about dragon fruit. so I didn't know what I was talking about.
Papaya also has seeds, but it's kind of like a melon thing.
Papaya?
Papaya's melons?
I've had some bad experiences with papaya.
Papaya's an odd one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's enough fruit talk. Susanna, how
we
was
really
your
got
week?
into that.
It was a week. Again, school, pretty much. Packed, came here.
She has a
Sick.
car now.
I have a car now.
Will it run well?
It runs pretty good. Its name is Bob. I got it from Abby. Shout out to Abby. It was Abby's old car.
Another person we promised to give an episode to that we never did. So.
It's on
Because
the
that's who we
calendar.
are. Yes.
Yeah.
It's named Bob.
It is aggressively red.
It is quite
It's a hatchback. No clue how to open the trunk.
big
no
fat
clue.
hatchback. That's interesting.
It doesn't have a handle and the key doesn't turn. So,
Oh.
we'll be contacting Abby about that shortly.
Yeah, the trunk doesn't work, but it's a hatchback. Doesn't work.
What year is it?
2007.
Okay. Okay. Wait, what year is your car?
Mine's 2012.
Oh, okay. You have the newest car.
He has a very nice.
Apparently.
It's not starting right now, though.
Did you ever figure out the map?
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay,
I figured that
cool,
out and figured
cool.
out it works. It's actually much better now. Yeah, we got.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
I really like my car. It's been pretty fun. Caleb loves his car.
I actually do. It's been chill. I haven't had to bring it in for months now.
You had to break
Since
it.
the
You know what I mean? It's like a horse. You
Yeah,
gotta have some rough.
exactly.
You gotta break it. Blood, sweat, tears, and then it's good. And your car has just kind of become iconic at this point. I feel like
Yeah.
so many things have happened in your car where it's just like,
Did
oh,
I
there's
ever-
a gun. What? It was fake. It was fake. It was fake.
Yeah. No, it is an iconic car. Did I ever tell you my siblings and I called it the drug mobile?
You know, I see.
It never really caught on.
No, but I
For
see.
good
I see
reason.
where it was at. Like I see. I can see how
Yeah.
a druggie would drive that car.
I don't even know why. They just thought it was funny.
It had the word drugs in it. And drugs is a funny word.
And people laugh at that all the time. Unless they're addicted
And then it's not so
or in
funny
prison.
because they can't hear this because they're in prison. Losers.
I mean, you don't know that for sure.
I've heard that they have PlayStations in prison. Like some prisons.
I'm getting locked up, dude.
Some
No,
prisons-
you're not.
Yes, I am. If I can go to prison and just game, dude.
I've heard. Like I heard my Uncle Patrick was playing PlayStations in prison.
No way.
I was like, sick, bro. I would
Maybe
love
it's
that.
not so bad. Everyone's like these prison systems. I don't know. I feel like my mind's been changed. If
I
they got
think it
PlayStations.
depends on like the prison, because like
and then
some
what
of
you
them
did,
in like
because they're not
Texas.
letting like the bad people play PlayStation. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
if you're on
They're
death
like,
row,
wait,
they might.
how many drugs? Okay.
Yeah, no PlayStation for you. Go read a book or something.
I wonder how old the PlayStation is too. If they're getting like the old ones.
But I mean, most people in prison probably aren't like.
Cheaper picky.
Yeah, that or just they're probably older. You know, they're probably not into like
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 is probably their thing.
Yeah. If
That
I went to
works.
prison and they were like, you can play Halo now, I'd be like, thank you.
Lock me up forever, guys. I'll do it again.
I'm good.
Next episode, Caleb Tucker are now in prison.
Sup guys, they gave us this phone to record with, and we can do all this now. So
Tucker's pretending to be gangster, and I don't know how long it's gonna work out for him. Caleb is so much stronger than me.
see, I wouldn't mind prison, but I've heard a lot of stories of people getting murdered there, and I
Yeah.
would not like to get murdered so much.
That's probably a good move.
Yeah. So
I would want to get murdered.
no, I think generally that's the thing that people don't want, and I would agree with that.
I would
sentiment.
say, yeah, that's another one of those universal banners. I don't want to be murdered.
Yeah, it's a generally universal opinion. I think. Yeah.
I guess obviously people
Susanna.
disagree with everything. but,
Yeah, you're one of
You probably
universally.
don't want to be
You
murdered.
generally
Not
dislike murder.
Not
right?
particularly.
Okay,
No.
that's probably good.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, I'm glad we could all find some
Yeah,
common
we
ground.
all
Yeah.
same page here.
Wow.
I would not like to be stabbed to death.
Best way to die.
Best way to die?
Ooh.
In my sleep. Or, okay, hear me out. I'll fight a shark. but I saved like a group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously there's like the
hero
really
death.
peaceful death. It's like, oh, he fell asleep. And
Yeah.
that's very nice of him. And then there's like a whole bunch of kids drowning. I like people's elbow this shark and like save all these kids as the shark like devours me. I'm like,
That would be cool.
yeah.
I was thinking somewhat along the same lines. Because you know how people say, like, I could do that in my sleep. I'd like to be saving a bunch of people in my sleep, and then after that, be beheaded.
What?
That's dope.
That would be pretty
That
cool.
would be pretty cool.
Because
Top
beheading
that, yeah.
fast, sleep, you don't see it coming,
Mhm.
saving people, heroic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got all the bases there. That's solid.
Susanna, how would you like to die?
Firing squad.
What an
Firing squad.
icebreaker.
Firing squad.
Firing?
Firing squad. Firing squad.
That would be cool. You know, they
That's
only, like,
interesting.
arm one or two of the guns, so that, like, you never know who actually killed the person.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have Japanese hanging where it's basically they hang a dude in a different room, but there's 3 buttons with 3 people, and only one of them works, and so it's like none of them can actually feel guilty, but like
That's
someone
a fun
definitely-
game to play.
It's like which button actually works? They all have to press it at the same time.
Game show? Yeah, you have a guy, you're like, 3 buttons. If you
Which one's gonna
get
kill
through
him?
both of them without killing him, you get a prize.
Next Ztake film, you get a prize. You get him, I guess. You get the body.
Yeah.
It's like a slightly different version of Squid Game.
I've never seen Squid Game.
Neither
but
have
Neither have I.
I
I've
was
heard it's
like-
pretty good.
That was
though.
an assumption.
I've heard it's okay. I've heard various things.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. No one's like Squid Games, but
Yeah.
everyone told me it was entertaining.
Is there a
Some
season 2
people are.
coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a cultural thing, like Stranger Things? Is that gonna
I
be
sure hope not.
Okay.
Their
I
tracksuits
refuse
are
to
cool.
watch Stranger Things. I don't want to be one of those people.
Just don't talk about it.
Yeah,
Just do it
I
quiet.
It's just
said
somebody-
the words Stranger Things to one of my friends at camp.
they're like,
And a boy in my church was like, let me tell you, do you like Stranger Things?
I
Let
love
me tell you about Stranger Things. I was like,
Have you seen
I don't actually know anything about Stranger Things. Shut him down. He just stopped. He has not talked to me since.
Good. I just don't like Stranger Things people. They're obnoxious and just oddly aggressive about things. I got some
I
history
know
with these
nothing
people
about
apparently.
Yeah, see, this is why friends like John are good.
Yeah.
Because they like know, he knows what to recommend to me and what like.
Yeah, he's like knows what's socially acceptable,
Yeah.
which
just
is kind of funny.
I don't want to be that
Does
guy.
he sometimes ignore that?
Probably. I
What
mean,
do you mean?
he said some very messed up things, but like film
Oh, I see, I
recommendations.
see.
Oh, film.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
film
yeah,
recommendations.
yeah.
He's not socially acceptable.
No, but the films, it's he's like
Friendly.
you can bring these films up to people without people
Yeah.
being
You
like,
could
oh,
tell your
you're one
grandma
of
about it.
those people. No,
Yeah.
you can. I'm not saying it's clean. I'm just saying people won't give you
Oh,
looks,
okay.
or you won't be like one of those people.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not showing John to my grandma. Be like, this is my friend John. John's like, I've been working up a
No.
bunch of one-liners in the car, so.
John's got a switch, and he turns it on as an evangelist.
I think, yeah, I know, I've seen it, and I respect it. Like, even like when he's talking to adults, I'm like, I recognize that, I respect that. Like, I've had friends that don't change around my parents, and I'm like,
That's
wait,
illegal,
wait,
man.
wait! It's nothing like bad, but it's just like, you tone it back. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
like be you, but like take 20% off the top. And
Yeah.
some of them don't, and it's like, oh no, you can't. He's not your friend. Like, can't do this.
If I'm like a 7 normally and 8 around my friends, I'm generally like a 6 around adults, probably.
Mhm.
Maybe a 5.
And I think that's a respectable place to be. Where it's just like
It's probably.
the adults aren't your friends. You can like them, but like
It depends on the adult.
that's true.
It really does.
I was gonna say,
That's true.
some of my best friends are adults. But like
Legally adults or like old
Like-
people adults.
40, 50.
That's
no,
weird.
50.
That is
mostly
weird.
50.
That's.
I would consider
I would
your
carry
mother my
pepper
friend.
spray if I were you. She's
What?
not 50.
Okay, so
My
what-
uncle
the
is one of
friends-
my best friends.
Okay,
I love
that's
him.
adorable. That's cute. Yeah.
Oh.
I really
love
like
my
Dan.
uncle.
Dan's like one of my favorite people, and I don't like understand why. He's just so nice. I like him a lot.
Oh yeah.
Dan, like
He's one of the few old people that you like actually talk to, isn't he?
yeah, I love him. He's just the best.
I'm so happy.
and he's so nice.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the old people. Like I can get along with them, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just I don't
Yeah.
talk to him.
He is great.
He is great. He's just such a good dude. And like he'll tell me stories about stuff he did. I was like, what?
I wish I could hang out with him for a day.
I know,
What he does.
but I don't want to like ask him, be like, can I like hang out with you? Because that is the thing.
Do it. He would be so happy.
Yeah.
Have you ever spent time?
No.
I started hanging out with one of my friends who's in her 50s. Mom, I would go to her little apartment in the old people houses. And she was so happy.
Oh.
Like, someone was coming and visiting her. Like, she was downstairs in the lobby waiting for me half an hour beforehand. She had, like, food all, like,
See,
waiting
that's
for
desperate
me.
in love.
I was gonna say that's
Yes.
kind of sad.
No.
I don't
Anderson
want to
is
say.
so
I don't want to
happy. It
say
was
Dan's
cute.
like, oh my gosh, the 16 wants to hang out with me.
Well, yeah.
Like
Old men and old women are...
that's true.
different.
They are different.
Well, his wife is really cool too.
She is. I don't really talk to her because she doesn't really seem like I've talked to them when I'm talking to Dan, but
Yeah.
like she doesn't seem like she enjoys being like talked to.
Oh,
Mm.
I can't tell. She seems a little like uncomfortable around big crowds. I understand it's just one person, but like I just don't know how to start a conversation with her.
Sure. Yeah. No, they're great.
They're my favorite people. Again, barely know them, but I love them.
Do either of you know Dan's last name?
Anderson.
I know this.
Andrews?
Yeah,
Anderson?
okay.
Andrews? I don't know.
Oh, it might be Anderson. Shoot. No.
It's something with an A. It's Anders something. Like, I know that much.
I think it's Andres. Yeah, Andres.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think you're right. Yeah. He looks like a grandpa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good head of hair, too. Everything
He
about
does,
this
yeah.
dude is just
He
great.
looks good. That's how you want to age.
Because he's obviously older, but he's not like,
Yeah, that's what I mean by a good head of white hair.
yeah.
That's how you do
And
it.
his beard,
Yes.
yeah.
Top-notch
I want to
beard.
be Dan when I'm older. I've decided. What do you want to be? Dan. I want to be Dan.
He shaves it during the summers too. Both looks work.
They both
It's
were,
great.
yeah. He's the best. He fixed our outlet when it was like lighting on fire and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's just gotta go.
Oh no.
Sayonara.
Say bye.
Bye.
All right,
Sayonara is
bye.
not a word.
Bye. Sayonara. Is that-
Yes, it is.
Bye.
Look it up. Don't forget this water bottle.
Oh, I won't forget the water bottle.
You definitely know.
Yeah, no, totally forgetting that water bottle, but it's okay.
Caleb, how was your week?
Oh,
My week.
shoot. Yeah,
No,
my
no,
bad.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, he's not joking.
No, I have nothing to say.
Oh, nothing?
Actually, it was fine. It was good.
Good week?
I
Oh,
like
so-
life. You know what? Living is pretty cool sometimes.
This is a change. I like this. What happened to you this week?
I just had stuff to
Just a
get
good
done.
week? And you did it?
No.
No? Oh!
No, I just had writing, and so I wrote a lot.
Good for you. You do enjoy that. That's one of the few things where I think you genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
think I'm not good at it.
I
get
mean,
it
I
now.
think you are, and even if you don't, it's just like you're having fun doing it. That's
Yeah.
really...
Been buffing up my vinyl collection.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
so cool.
2 today. I'm
Nice!
so happy.
Yeah, I was looking at a couple vinyl players, 'cause I'm like, that would be, like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
How much money would you?
I don't know, I'd want something nice, but, like, I was looking, and it's like $250 for just a player. I'm like, ooh.
Well,
And then there's like the
yeah.
Bluetooth ones where it's like a Bluetooth speaker that doubles
Right.
as a vinyl. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, and it had a whole bunch of 5-star reviews. I'm like, maybe it's like $50. I'm like, I can swing that.
Yeah, there are a lot of $50 ones. I've heard that you don't want to get like the suitcase players.
Yeah, I've seen those, and I was like, it just doesn't work, even aesthetically for me. I just want something
Yeah.
like on my shelf that I can play vinyls on. But vinyls are pretty expensive too.
Oh,
At least the
yeah,
ones I'm looking
The
at.
vinyls, I've probably spent a few hundred on those at this
Yeah,
point.
it's crazy.
My vinyl player was 40. There is one. There's So there are a bunch of really cheap vinyl players at Walmart, but there's a section where there are some nicer ones, and there's a $140 one that's pretty good.
Okay.
You
I
should-
work Friday, so I'll take a look at those. Because I was like, it's such a cool thing.
Yes.
And the vinyls themselves look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandpa, my step-grandpa has a lot of really old ones. And it's weird because he has a great old collection, lots of old jazz and rock. And I've got all this new stuff and stuff from video games. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool, actually. I've been trying to be like, no, I don't need it, but I'm like, I really want it.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
I think
yeah.
I think I probably will.
Any other purchases you're thinking about recently? Clothing, cologne, I don't know.
No,
what
I
you-
kind of wish. No, it kind of faded off. I go through Jag, so right now it's my car. Like,
Right.
you know,
right,
it was
right.
like cologne like that. I was really into that. Whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
My car is pretty cool. Like I want to learn how to fix it and stuff. I'm gonna have to because it's not started right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I got to take apart the fuel filter, which is actually like super easy. It's like 4 volts. It's like boop. But like.
You're like, I'm a man.
Yeah. See, like this small amount of stuff on my hand.
Guys,
this
is grease. I think.
Oh, it is. Yeah. So
I
also,
like
I want to get a motorcycle, like really bad.
Yeah. How nice of a motorcycle.
I don't know. Motorcycles are pretty expensive, and I don't really know which one I want.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like sport bikes, and then there's like the crossover, like dirt bike, the street bike thing, and then there's like Harley Davidson. I don't really like that. But I want something in between, and they're like pushing 18 grand. I'm like, that's more than my car. I can't do that. And everyone I talk to is like, you'll die. I'm like, well, thanks.
You're like, people do that. Generally.
Consistently. There's been like 4 people, 3, 2, very small amount of people that have like never died.
Yeah. Dirt bike, I wouldn't want a dirt bike.
I wouldn't really want a dirt bike either, but like a motorcycle would be cool.
Yeah.
And I don't want like a loud, obnoxious one. I just want to ride it. I think they're fun.
Yeah. I know some car stuff. I was kind of thinking of like, I wonder if there's like a podcast I could listen to where it just like explain the mechanics of it, and then I could sort of like know what I'm going into.
Maybe. I know there's a few YouTubers that are super like Chris Fixit's like the best.
Yeah.
And like he explains it very basic, but it's like informative, but it's easy to understand. He says the actual car term and then like the normal people term for it. So they're like, look at this. You're like, I don't know what that is. Then he explains. I'm like, oh, okay.
I would want to do that, and I need to be taken through the basics.
Yeah.
It's just like, what does this button do?
Well, diesel feels confusing too, because it's like in like a normal gas car, you have like your premium. It's all like the octane stuff, whatever. But you can use all of it in your car, except like 85, whatever. But like premium, whatever, you can use that. There's a legal diesel for road vehicles, and it's red.
What?
And there's like a 50-50 blend. I'm like, what are they mixing it with? And like they're different prices, and like no one's there to explain this to me, so I gotta go home and Google it before I like.
The 50-50. No, because I've worked with some of that before, especially with weed whackers. You have different ratios.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's mixed with. But
I don't know either. It just says blend. I'm like,
just
I don't know what that means. It's a little confusing. So just go with just stuff I know. But I'm like, I don't want to test it out. But yeah, there's like tractor diesel that's red that can't be used on the road because it's like non-taxed or something. It's like this whole deal.
Government's stupid.
Yeah, it is red.
It's like rocket fuel.
It's just like super economic. So they're like, we can't give this to the people. I'm like, Yeah, it's just a weird thing. My hands smell like diesel. Diesel gets sticky. It's just a weird thing having a diesel car.
I like diesel. It brings back memories of first grade me going on school trips on our old diesel bus.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I never did those, but it does remind me of my childhood too, just because people had trucks and diesel trucks, whatever.
Did we ever go on any of those field trips?
I don't think when I was around. No.
Really?
I don't think so. Maybe really early on, but I don't remember a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like I know we did a couple things where like me and you were in the same area.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like we didn't know each other.
Yeah, because the school is. We did.
We did the softball tournament. I think your siblings.
That is one. Yeah, I just remember that.
Yeah, that was weird.
There were a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people there. I was shocked.
I enjoyed that.
That was a lot of fun.
I don't think
I got to yell at people. It's like, you suck! I was like, oh no, he's coming over here.
I forgot about that. That was so weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When did you guys move from that house to the house you're in now?
Not too long ago. It was May of... Was it 2021? I don't know. It was pretty recently. We haven't been there for very long.
Yeah.
But it feels like a long time to me. But like
it does to me too, because I remember. Wait.
I think it's been.
No, it was before May of 2021 because we were doing the podcast there in like January of 2021.
Maybe it was 2020.
Right in the middle of COVID, maybe. Because I remember when your parents
Well,
When did your church shut down?
Jeez, the church shut down a few months into COVID.
That makes sense.
Because the school ended right as COVID really hit. Because it was like, oh, COVID, everything's closing down for 2 weeks. So we all went home for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, a week later, the school shut down. We're like, wait.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. It was just like, we're like, oh, I guess we're doing, like, homeschooling. And everyone's like, oh, your homeschool would be easy for you. It wasn't easy for me. And then, like, I never saw them again. I was like, wait a minute! It was a trap!
Yeah. So, 2020, you guys must have moved to that house. Then you started coming to our church.
Mm-hmm.
Then John came down in the fall of 2020.
Yeah.
So we started the podcast early 2021.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we knew you guys, too, because you guys came over to our house at one time.
Yeah.
That was awkward. That was really weird.
I've always been awkward, but...
That was especially awkward, even for me. I was like, I'm uncomfortable, and I don't even really know why. Yeah, and then I met Evelyn because when the church first started, we were handing out flyers for a barbecue we were doing.
Right.
Opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was also weird.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot of weird
It's
interactions.
been a weird couple of years.
It really has, and it like flew by apparently, but it also took a long time. It's a weird mix.
Yeah, a couple of movies.
It just kind of happened.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, because you were just like, hey guys, I have a script. We're like, oh, alright.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a bigger deal than we thought.
See, that's why life is cool.
Yeah, we just did things, and it worked out.
We're still doing them, baby.
Yeah, Ztake, we do things, baby. I like that. That's our new slogan for this
we
episode.
Do things,
we
baby.
do things,
I like
baby.
that title.
Yeah.
I didn't like the last title so much, Nice and Beefy.
I didn't see that. I was like, whoa, he went for it. All right.
Whatever.
We have had a few weird ones, like manhandled by an old lady.
Strangled by Big Daddy.
That one's
John
probably
was
the most...
like, I'm not sure that means what you think it means.
Like, look that up on Urban Dictionary. Just really see what the people are seeing.
I was like, I know. Just, we have a specific audience. I think it's fine.
Hopefully they don't assume. Yeah. We've had a few fun ones.
Yeah. She went to France and died.
That was probably one of the worst episodes, but funniest name for sure.
Yeah, I wish we had names like that. You'll Never Guess What Happens Next was a great episode.
That was a good episode. Yeah. What was our first episode called?
Oh shoot. Something with Dumbo Man.
Oh yeah,
What's up, Mr. Dumbo Man? Yeah, your counselor, your hippie counselor. Did he turn out to be gay or something? Or
Probably.
a pedophile? One of those two, I thought.
He was a drug addict.
Yeah. I thought something recently happened though, where we looked him up and we were like, whoa.
Oh, maybe.
Do you remember?
I do know I don't remember what happened, but like there was something. All I can think of, there was a guy in our church from Brainerd before he moved up here that turned out to be a murderer and like killed him. Yeah. That's all that's really gone through.
Your
That
mom
was
told me
crazy.
about that.
Like he brought us out to McDonald's. Like I hung out with this dude and he like killed a lady not too long ago.
Why did he do it?
Don't really know.
You don't know. Huh.
No, I don't think they ever really found a motive. He just strangled her and then called her ex-husband, because he broke up that marriage, killed her, called the ex-husband and was like, she's gone, and was like super arrogant about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would have killed that man so quickly.
Oh, this is the guy who was trying to break up some marriages?
Yeah, like my parents' marriage and stuff. I was like, good for you guys, because he wasn't very attractive. So I was like, I don't know really what he was going for, but you tried. You gave it a shot. You gave it an honest...
Yeah, do you believe people are demon-possessed now? Because there are a couple of people, there's been a situation recently where like it sounds like demon possession.
I guess, I wouldn't rule it off, but I don't think it's as common as people think it is. Like, obviously there's people in like Haiti and Africa where I think there's like a real issue. Where I don't know if there's possessed, but there's like definitely, like we had a lot of people from our church in Brainerd that went down to Haiti. Like that church adopted like 8 kids. Like been a lot. They spend a lot of time in hating. They're like, when the sun went down, things shifted and you felt it. And they said it's never been more scary. Just like they could feel it. I'm like, that's not ideal, is it? So I guess like I wouldn't rule it out, but I don't think it's like I killed someone and the devil told me to. It's like you know.
I agree. This is random.
Yeah.
When you said murder, it made me think of it. When my great grandma was alive a few years ago, a guy came to her house, and he like asked her if he could use her landline, and she let him. Stop smiling.
I have no idea where this is going, and I'm so excited.
You want to smile.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm sorry.
But she made him like a sandwich, and he pushed her down and jumped on her face. And yeah. So I don't know what that was about. Why he did
What?
that. Yeah.
Your great grandma?
Yeah, my great grandma. She died after my grandma died of cancer. I think it was like a year later. Yeah, I don't know. Like this dude just like went to her house, like took advantage of her charity and then assaulted her. Like how sick do you have to be to jump on someone's face?
Right? That just takes so much energy too.
My grandma was half British. She was like the sweetest lady.
This monster, is this guy still alive?
I think he's in. Well, I know he was in prison. I don't know if he's still
Probably, yeah. They probably locked him up. We gotta visit this guy. Be like, you're a terrible person, and hang up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that was weird.
What?
There are some weird random things like that.
There was when I was young. We lived in this cul-de-sac, like low income out. Like we were broke, and we were in this cul-de-sac, and we were looking out the window because a whole bunch of police cars and ambulances pulled up to this house. And we're like, oh, what's happening? And later we found out someone broke out of a jail or a prison in Chicago, came up, knew this person, came in, and like something went down where someone got pulled out on a stretcher, and like this guy was arrested. It was like this big court thing. Like there was like 5 police cars outside this house.
Oh.
And like my parents knew when I was just like, oh, like something happened. Like someone got really hurt. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like that's why we locked all our windows after that? Like I just thought it was like a new thing we were doing. Like this dude broke out of prison and like hurt this lady. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had no idea. Like this.
How nice is it that like our lives are in this age that like that's rare and like we never hear about those kinds of things.
I'm glad it's at least I don't hear about it. I'm sure it happens, but like not as often as I would think.
Yeah.
People don't hurt each other. They just yell at each other.
Yeah, they do.
And they just kind of swapped over from like fist fights to yelling at each other. And I can't tell if it's a better or worse because they're both pretty annoying. But like,
yeah. Well, yelling is so weird too because I've noticed that whenever someone is yelling, that generally means that that means they're angry about something, and that basically means that you have a certain power over them. Which is strange, isn't it? Like if they're yelling at you, that means that they're giving you power over them and over their emotions in some way.
Sort of, yeah.
That's at least what the therapist I listen to says.
Interesting.
He's a cool guy. But he's like, don't yell at your kids because your kids are just kids and you're basically letting yourself be controlled by kids.
I could see that, yeah.
You're clearly not clicking with this statement. I don't know. It works for me.
I'm trying to think of like a time. Like I always, every time I've seen people, like at least obviously there's people in my life that are very like enjoy arguments. So if like someone yelled at them, they're like, "Let's go!" Like this is, I wanted this. But I feel like usually when I see people get yelled at, the person that's getting yelled at usually doesn't do a lot unless again they fight or enjoy arguments. So I'm trying to think. I guess maybe it's like you would have to see that. Like no, I don't know very many people that think like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you're yelling at me, I have power over you.
I
guess it makes sense. Like,
well, it does, obviously.
You're controlling their emotions in a way, like you have.
Yeah.
You've made them feel like that.
If you're getting yelled at, like, obviously that's sort of scary in the moment, but at the end of the day, you have the upper hand because you have their emotions.
I control you. I own you. Probably don't say that. That's probably
No,
why.
probably don't say that.
No, it's
Especially if
probably,
they're yelling.
yeah. They're yelling. Yeah, they don't really respond well to that. I was introduced into this new kind of parenting called gentle parenting,
Oh no, it sounds like I'm gonna hate this.
and it was
sounds so
weird.
nice.
They're like just being nicer, and I was like, I feel like you don't fully understand, because the person who told me this, I like a lot, but they don't. They have one sibling, and that sibling's much older than they are, and so they're kind of an only child. And I'm like, you don't fully understand what it's like. Like, I've never been a parent of a kid, but I've had enough situations with my siblings where it's like, spankings are very, very real. Now, do I think you should hit your kids? No. But, like, I've had
So this
my
person
siblings
doesn't have
chuck things at my head that should not be chucked at anyone's head. Like, I can't just be like, oh, that's not... They don't care! They don't care!
So this person doesn't have any kids of their own.
No.
It's kind of silly to be giving.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
I mean,
she's not giving advice. She would like to be like this, when she has kids. I'm like, maybe.
Understandable.
And again, when it's like, you shouldn't give parenting advice when you have kids, and I'm like, this is not a good way to do things. I'm not saying that. I just find it interesting where it's like, I don't think you've ever been angry enough at a child.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I used to get a lot more angry at children, probably because I was one. I don't anymore. But it
My
might just
siblings
be
anger
good.
me, but most other kids,
Yeah.
I just walk away from, so it's different.
Your siblings are a lot more aggressive than mine.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Lucas called me a poopy butt today, and I didn't know how to respond. I was like, hey, you listen to me, sir. And it's so funny because he laughs at it too. And I'm like, I can't, like, that was kind of funny because it's so uncalled for. There's no previous interaction where that would be like, she comes out, sup, poopy butt, and then moves on. I'm like,
Lucas is
for
awesome.
your information. He's hilarious. I love him.
Lucas is awesome.
He's weird. He's really weird.
Yeah. He was like chasing me outside, and I was like, I'm actually going home, so you should probably go inside because your mom's going to be like, where are you?
Mhm.
He's like, okay.
He's so innocent, but he's such a terrible person too. Yeah. He's awesome.
It is a very innocent sort of terribleness, though. It's very forgivable.
Yeah, again, like he's just poopy butt. That's what he's been rolling with. Yeah,
Good
he's
for
not
him.
allowed to say butthole though. That's too far. That's too far. I was like, okay.
I want to bleep that out so bad and make it sound like you just...
Do it.
Okay. Well, you have some questions to answer later.
I'm totally okay with it. I'll be like, well, I said, you asked. We bleeped it out for a reason.
Because it was funny. Yeah.
Yeah. There is one dude, like that one pastor that came up. It was like, spank your kids. It doesn't even, like, and I thought he was joking, and then afterwards he wasn't joking.
No.
We all thought he
No.
was, like, we all laughed. Because we thought he was like, you don't even know if they need to do something wrong. Like, you just spank them anyways. And we're all like, ha 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 ha. And he just, nothing. We're like, oh. And we looked at his, like, 1-year-old daughter. We're like, you'll make it through, man. Like, good luck.
He was like, just be very liberal with spankies. Everyone was laughing because they were like, and then he took the laughter, I think, as encouragement. He
As
was
like an agreement.
Keep going with this.
We like where this is going.
No,
we like
seriously,
hitting
guys.
our kids.
Doesn't matter what they do, spank them anyway. I'm like, that is actually called child abuse, but...
Sir, that is a very illegal, actually. So, I was spanked as a kid. That is awesome. Good. I don't know what you want me to do with that information, but thank you. Now I am very. I now know you were spanked as a child, so that's.
Yeah. As a person who was spanked, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I was spanked.
But...
I was surprise spanked once. That was weird. My dad
Surprise.
came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, that is not okay.
Did you do anything to this?
Well, I was in shock. Didn't even cry right away. I was just like.
No, I mean, like, did you do anything to provoke it?
Yeah, I was messing with
Oh,
something
okay.
I shouldn't have.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't just like my dad was like, surprise!
Because usually it's like a method, isn't it? There's like a ritual, almost like the spanking ritual.
Oh, no.
Did you ever get that?
Oh, like the birthday thing?
No.
You just got hit?
This no.
That's
no,
abuse.
No.
Get
This
him.
This is the ritual, right?
Okay.
You do something bad.
Yep.
Mom says, wait till Dad gets home.
Oh.
That didn't always happen. I think it only happened a couple times.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Then Dad comes home. You guys go into the bathroom, and he sits like this. And he goes, now, do you know what you did? All right.
The fact that I'm like I know what you're gonna say.
No, I don't want to have to do this.
It's gonna hurt me. No, it's not.
Wait, how many is it gonna be?
You wait on the number.
And you have to wait too. Because you're like, is it gonna be a bare bum spanking?
Yeah, no, those are bad.
Because those were for when you really
you screwed up. It was just embarrassing.
It's like, come here, and you're like already crying, and it's like, bam! You're like, no!
Stop
it!
No! Well, one time I told my dad that didn't hurt. I wasn't trying. I really wasn't trying to be whatever.
It doesn't matter what you were trying. That's awesome.
And it was like, oh, that didn't hurt. And then he looked at me, and I was like, oh, you took that as a challenge, and it hurt after that. And it wasn't like aggressive. It was just like, I really should not have said. I should have faked it. I should have been like, that really hurt.
No!
I can't. No. I've never been able to sit down again. When my dad was in law school, my mom had to spank me, and she is not super strong. Like, she tried, and it worked when I was really young, but like,
it needs to
as
be
I got older,
like
it just wasn't.
Yeah.
And so utensils started getting thrown in the mix, and I was like, whoa!
Wooden spoon didn't do it.
Yeah,
this
when
time.
you're like, what are you doing? I do something, and she like reaches for a drawer. You're like, this is an extra step I was not prepared for. And then eventually, like, it wasn't. It was whatever. Like, I almost was able to tough it out. Like, it wasn't as bad as my dad. I don't know if it was just like an intimidation factor or what. But then she got creative and started taking my stuff away.
Then it was like fingernails got involved.
They got like metal rods jammed to my knee and a car battery. It was crazy. No, she was just creative. Got stuff taken away. Like humiliation.
That is, yeah. I don't know what's better because I'm not a parent and I don't think anyone's really.
I got my
cracked the
bed
formula,
taken away once.
That's just.
I slept fine. Like, it wasn't like it was for a night, but it was still like a big change. I was like, whoa, you guys are willing.
That's kind of weird
to go some extreme. She was really angry. I mean, I don't remember what I did, but I probably deserved it. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst thing for me, like, spankings were fine, but once I started getting like a year past it, it was more just like, we are going to have a serious talk. And those were in some ways worse, because it was like,
this is going to be like 45 minutes, and you're just going to repeat your point. See, the worst, though, I could deal with my dad being angry at me and talking to me. My mom would cry. And that, like, broke me. Like, she was like, I'm really disappointed, and it hurt. I'm like, oh, no, I'm a bad person now. Oh, no.
Yeah.
And that one, like, it happened, like, twice, where I was just, like, miserable for, like, the next 3 days. I'm like, am I a bad person now? Like, I made my mom cry.
Did it ever get to the point where your mom would just be like, I'm going to hand this off to your dad?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I mean, like, with the disappointed talks, that's generally better.
Yeah, my dad had to come home a few times.
Yeah.
And then when my dad was in law school, my grandpa came over, and I was like, whoo, different generation.
Oh, wow, here we go. That's where they actually whip you with like a belt.
No, yeah, he told me about the way he got disciplined. I'm like, that's not legal. He's like, it was back then. And I'm like,
yeah.
He got beat by other people's parents. Like,
well, okay, so that's what I was going to ask you about next.
Yeah.
Because some people have the opinion that is child abuse. What are your thoughts?
It depends. Like, I got in trouble at my friend's house by their parents. Like, I broke something there. Like, I got put on timeout. I was very young. Like, I was like 5 or 6, and so like.
What's the point of getting put on timeout for accidentally breaking something?
It was carelessness. Like, we were being pretty rough. Like, we were like fighting on the coffee table. Like, we were told not to, and we did anyway. Whatever. But they were more chill. Like, getting in trouble by them was not that bad. Like, my friend would get in trouble, and I was like, that's your push. Like, you guys stare at a wall for 7 minutes. Like, Like, and I asked him, he's ever been spanked? He's like, oh, no, we don't do that. I was like, can I move in with you guys? Like, I'm not being abused, but that sounds like I could stare at a wall for 7 minutes. Like, are you kidding me?
That's so strange, too.
And so I don't think other people should, like, hit other people's kids. I wouldn't want, like, if my kid came home and was like, yeah, he spanked me, I'd be like, okay, that's my job. Like, you don't, I'm fine with you disciplining them, like, being like, hey, don't do that, whatever, but I don't know if it's, like...
I feel like some sort of protective urge and you would be like, I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah, and maybe it'd be different if it was like a family friend, like we're like really close. But it's still just like that's me. That's my job. Like I'm the dad. You can like if they do something wrong, feel free to like correct them, but don't strike my child.
Yeah.
I strike my child.
I think I don't know. I'm still stuck on the coffee table thing because for me. It's never made sense to me to be punished for an accident because
we were told not to and we did it anyway.
Well, still, it's not like after that you're gonna go do it again because you like breaking something was sort of a consequence in and of itself. In my mind,
I guess.
If I break something, I'm not gonna go back to playing on the coffee table. Maybe that's just me.
I probably would have.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I feel like you're a little bit more logical, even as a kid, than I was. I was pretty out there. Like, I started fires in people's houses.
Oh.
Well, we were like magnifying glass, and it was coming through the window. We're like...
Oh, that's a sick... Yeah,
and we lit a fire, and then we were trying to make bombs, and we blew something up in his garage. Didn't tell him about that, though. So I was gone before I think anything really happened. But, yeah, we did some things. So I think I probably did... Like, I was probably more dumb than you were.
Different topic.
Yeah.
Remember the magnifying glass. Do you remember watching Toy Story as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
What were your thoughts of the scene under the bed with the creepy baby doll with the spider legs?
That was traumatizing.
Yeah, it was pretty traumatizing.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That, like, whoa, you just brought back, like... What is that kid's name? Like Sid?
Sid,
yeah. That kid was crazy. He was blowing stuff up.
Play nice. And then he screamed. That was a great movie.
That is a solid movie, but that you just brought back like a childhood trauma. That was scary.
Yeah. I love
you like the clicks? Ugh. Yeah.
I love Toy Story. My favorite part was when they went to like the space place.
Oh, the pizza place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the rocket. I was like, that's so cool. Pizza Planet.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the one where they had the bad guy, like the big, like he was like from a different planet?
Zord?
Like, yeah.
Is that number 2?
I don't remember. I just remember him and Buzz Lightyear having beef.
Number 2 was pretty good from what I remember, when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah. When Andy gave his toys away, was that the one?
Are they gonna make a Toy Story 5?
I don't think so. Have you seen the last Toy Story?
I haven't. I didn't.
Okay, I don't spoil it for you, but.
Because now that they kind of fired the Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Did you watch that?
No, it sounded very good.
I'm not watching it. I refuse.
Good for you.
Can't do it. They're ruining my childhood, man. They're ruining my childhood out here.
Imagine unironically watching like. Not speaking of, but Wakanda Forever is out now.
Oh, is that the
Have you heard anything about that?
No, I saw McDonald's toys about it. Beyond that, didn't see the advertisement.
Any desire to watch it?
I didn't watch Black Panther.
Oh, you didn't?
So, I guess not really.
Huh, yeah.
I was told it was a good movie, but I just never...
Yeah, it was fine.
I don't watch a lot of movies, I guess. Like, I'll do movie nights with you guys, but beyond that, it's like TV shows, 'cause it's like 30 minutes. I'm like, I can deal with that, and then I gotta do something else.
What did you think of Karate Kid?
I love Karate Kid. That was so much fun. Like, Master Miyagi's like my favorite.
Which one was your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like the first one just because it was a good movie, and the third one just because it's way funnier. Like they were like,
what you gonna do, Johnny boy?
You like that? Boy? And it was just such a quotable movie too. Like,
oh, I like that.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it was a weird.
That movie is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, I love them. I think the whole series is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Third one's probably. I think honestly the third one just because it was so much fun. Like,
yeah.
We were laughing through the entire thing. Not even the points that were supposed to be funny. It was just a funny part.
It was like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, you didn't care. No one was like, You're just having fun.
No
Yeah.
one's defending.
I do definitely like Karate Kid. I'm glad I watched those.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Ninja Turtles?
No, never got into those.
Really?
Were they good?
I love Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Like the 90s ones, like the best. I love those. But again, I watched them as a kid, so I kind of have like some attachment to it. But like, I'm sure if I watched them now, I'd be like,
I'm sure, yeah. No, I never got into them. I don't
I
know
like
why. Maybe it was on like TV or something. And I never really
Maybe.
watched.
What about Transformers?
I
Really?
watched like some of the Netflix animated ones.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch like the movies with Shia LaBeouf? Me neither.
No.
They look terrible.
Yeah. No, I watched one.
Oh.
I watched the first one, I think.
Oh dear.
But beyond that, I don't like. I think it was on. Like I don't think I like sat down and watched it. I remember parts of it. Yeah. Because Optimus Prime is so cool. Bumblebee, dude's awesome.
I am Optimus Prime.
Roll out. Yeah. Dude's great. I feel like I watched a lot of cartoons as a kid. That was my thing.
Lots of shoot.
I mean, Backyardigans was just a classic, especially when I was younger. Backyardigans, Land Before Time.
That was it.
Not really a cartoon. Well, I guess cartoon movie, but I mean, such a good show.
Yup.
Yeah. Sarah, I hate Sarah so much. That was like the biggest problem in my life
remember
at that
why.
point. Was like, I hate you. You need to stop me. You're ruining everything. And then was it Little Tooth when the T-Rex came
Little
and
Tooth. That's it.
Yeah.
And then there's Chomper.
No. Chomper was the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Chomper was the T-Rex. And then there's
Tooth.
Littlefoot.
Oh, Littlefoot. That was
Ducky,
it. Shoot.
Sarah, and then
Ducky.
there's the dumb green one.
And there's the pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Oh,
his
yeah.
Yeah. Then I find out dinosaurs are fake
And then
and they never existed.
they're just big lizards.
I still believe that, by the way.
I feel like it's the same thing. Like it's the same point. Like dinosaurs are just big lizards. It's just a different name, right? Is that? I feel like we've had this conversation.
They didn't go extinct. I don't know. I want to have some conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no, good for you. I think it's good.
How do you feel about the moon landing?
I don't know. I feel like the likelihood of it being fake is up there, but I don't think it was.
Okay.
Like I get where people are coming from. It's like we had to beat Russia or whatever, but I don't think so. But again, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't there.
May or may not have a close friend that believes it was.
That was faked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, you're a bad person. It's like an interesting take on it. I don't know. It doesn't affect me. I don't care.
It is strange though. Like, what if we never went to the moon? Like, does that make humanity worse in some way almost?
Kind of. Which is a big lie.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause America held that pretty high. They're like, we made it to the moon and you didn't.
Yeah. And then Russia just never did, I guess.
Yeah, they were
did
just
they
like,
just give up?
guess I'll go drink now. Fight a bear or
Whoever
something.
the guy was just went in and like ripped apart all of the stuff, and they're like, no. He's like, no, I'm so angry right now.
There's a video of this Russian dude with a shot of vodka on top of a bear. And I was like, I love Russia just for that.
I kind of like Putin. Putin's kind of cool. With
Rania loves Putin.
Riding his bear.
Yeah,
He's awesome. Yeah, Allison does too.
Yeah, I think Putin, the things, like, he's a bad person, but sometimes he's pretty cool. Like, the
Putin's
stuff he's
sick.
done, Like,
In multiple ways. He has
Yeah.
killed a lot of people.
Yes,
as well.
and not in, like, honorable, like, it was, like, pretty
Yeah.
messed up. But if you look past that, like, he's a pretty cool dude.
As far as like dudes go,
Yeah, he's a
up
chill
there.
dude. He's a chill dude. I feel like the case. King Jong-un I couldn't get along with.
No, I don't think.
No,
Like a doughboy.
Yeah.
Is that allowed to? Will I be like targeted now on YouTube?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Those
Kim Jong-un
Koreans
seems
are
like the
just
type of dude that, like, you hang out and he just talked about himself the whole time. Where he was like, I did this. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, Putin would be like, you want to do something? Like,
Sure.
ride a bear?
Or he'd talk about the future of the motherland.
Oh, yeah, he would do that. And that would be interesting just because it's out there. But Kim Jong-un would just annoy me, I feel like.
It'd be cool to talk about the motherland with Putin.
That would be
Drink shots of water.
Water.
Yeah. No. Kim Jong Un doesn't seem like a pretty like
Not much.
I did that too, but 10 times better in this way.
Yeah. That would be hard to do. We need to meet these people and be like,
Yeah.
our expectations versus reality. Be like, well, it turns out I can't speak Korean, so I had no idea what he was saying, but yeah, I didn't like him.
Turns out Obama, terrible person.
Good golfer, though.
Oh yeah, remind me. I gotta show you a video.
He's like a celebrity now, and it makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, that's not what's like. You were a president. Now move on. Like, I don't want to hear from you anymore. You did your time.
He's got a great voice.
I feel like Teddy Roosevelt would be a cool dude.
Teddy Roosevelt. Didn't he do all sorts of like ultra masculine things?
Yeah, he did.
I think he like got shot in the middle of the speech and finished
continued
the
the speech.
Yeah.
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 I would just want to talk to him.
He's probably better than George Washington. In a lot of ways.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, George Washington did some big things, but that's because he was like the only one. Like if Teddy Roosevelt was in that time, I feel like he would have done it. Maybe better. I don't know. Never
George
really knew him
Washington.
personally, but
Yeah, he was like a general. He was good first president.
yeah. I mean, yeah. As far as first presidents,
Yeah.
he really set some.
Yeah.
He really set. He set some things up.
Set
But Teddy
the-
Roosevelt's just cool.
Yeah.
His little glasses.
I'm trying to remember some of the other cool.
He was
things.
always on a horse. Took good care of the land. He was a good hunter.
I guess.
apparently.
Was he the one with all the state parks?
Yeah.
I don't know. You
I got
clearly
to
know
visit
more
one
about
of them
him
in North
than
Dakota.
me.
Well, when I go on road trips with my grandpa, he's like information overload and will tell you all this stuff. And it's kind of cool, but it's like,
Yeah.
what? Like all the native battles and stuff like that, and like where they were, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got to go see where the Battle of Little Bighorn was, and that was kind of cool.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was interesting in a way. I like hearing like a lot of the pioneer stuff where they're like getting scalped and stuff. I'm like, that's just so crazy. Like, it's because it's not that long ago, and just like how tough these guys were. I was like, that's crazy. I couldn't do that. And like their navigation systems, and it just blew my mind. But
yeah. Or like sailors.
those guys
Have you
are
ever
cool
seen like how they like navigated?
too. It doesn't
pretty-
make sense to me.
I
Like
don't
the
know
stars,
how
and
they
they
do
like. I'm like, how would you know? They all look the same.
We have much smarter technology than they did, but they were a lot smarter.
Oh yeah,
Practically,
Yeah,
so.
they just did stuff, and they were cool.
Yeah.
They were like, let's eat a bunch of lemons because people are dying. Scurvy, baby.
Yeah. Imagine that you just don't have enough like lemons on board.
Just start dying.
No!
Dang it! Yeah. Pirates are crazy too, like real pirates. Those guys were nuts.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun,
those
dun.
guys. I've seen those videos on YouTube where it's like the Somalian pirates and like the U.S. Navy just blows up their ship because they like,
Really?
cross borders, yeah, and they're not supposed to.
Really? That's
Yeah.
kind of
Or
cool.
they'll shoot around them. I'm like, that would be
Rip
that's a good
pirates.
job. Yeah.
Wow.
Jack Sparrow.
Somalian pirates. Do they just hold ships hostage?
I think so. I think they jump ships and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen I'm the Captain Now?
Yeah. I've never seen the movie, but
Oh,
I've seen
you've never seen the
I've seen
movie.
the quote. My dad does it all the time. But
It's a decent movie.
What movie
It's
is
fine.
it? Yeah.
It's called, oh shoot.
yeah, he's like, I look at me. I am the captain now.
Shoot.
I don't remember what it's called, but I definitely know the quote.
I am the Captain Now. Movie. Captain Phillips.
Oh yeah, I
saw
would
that.
check out Captain.
It's a pretty mild, like, oh, that was
You
a
saw
fun
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one everyone saw. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Tom Hanks is the only person that you'd recognize there, and it's like, okay.
Every time I hear him, I think of Woody, and I just
Yeah, exactly.
can't really get over that.
Got kind
sometimes.
of a strange voice.
He does, yeah. Yeah, even in Forrest Gump, I heard him. I was like,
I haven't seen Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Come
on, boss.
He was running. He break out of his braces. I was like, that doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
run,
How does
Forrest,
he?
run.
Yeah. I'm like, that's stupid. That's not how that works. He was in Catch Me If You Can, wasn't he? Have you seen that one?
Which one is?
That's a Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he
Oh
in the
yeah.
airplanes.
No,
and
I did
stuff
see that
with
one.
The doctors. Yeah. I love that.
He was.
movie.
That was a different movie. That was another one that I sort of watched and forgot about.
I enjoy that movie. That was pretty good. Just because he does so much stuff. There's a doctor and a lawyer and stuff like that.
That movie went on a lot longer than I thought it would.
It does. It just kept going. He's like, he's rich, he's poor. He's rich, he's poor. What? He's a little kid. Now he's worth a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though.
Strange movie. Yeah.
It is. It is. There's a lot of weird movies where it's like this one made money. Like a lot of it.
Yeah. I guess. Star Power,
Bastard,
maybe.
Cocaine Bear. That's a new one.
Oh yeah, John's very excited to see that one.
I'm down. Just like Cocaine Bear. That sounds crazy. Just kill a bunch of people and a bear is on cocaine. Like that's the most Florida thing I've ever heard. If it was alligators, I think that would be the most Florida thing I've ever heard. There was an alligator that got high on cocaine or something like
Really?
that. Or meth or something, yeah. Because someone dumped it in the water. And like the fish ate it or something, and the crocodile ate the meth fish and got high
Let's
on
go.
meth fish. And because the alligator was being super weird, so they had to like, the pet animal control or whatever came in. They're like, why is he being so weird? And they tested him. He was high on meth. And I'm like, what? The alligators too?
I'll have to ask John how that movie is. It's very entertaining.
John would be a good read on that one too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like you're gonna show me something. Is that true?
Oh, I was afterwards. I'm trying
Oh,
to find
gotcha. I knew some pretty pro-Trump people that got pretty into it.
Yeah.
Like they wore their MAGA hats everywhere.
Do you ever have people who like had the prophecies?
Yeah, I
That
knew
Trump,
I knew the prophecies. I don't think I knew anyone that really believed them.
I'm
Where like
related
he was
to
gonna
some
come
of
out.
them, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's
I'm
like
sorry about that.
I'm never like I'm always like, oh, what's a far righter? I don't really know far right people, and then they'll like prophesy that Trump will win,
Yeah,
and that
he'll
there's
like
an angel above the White House.
come
or
over the
something.
White House. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just had people like, he's gonna win. There's no way he doesn't win, and then he lost. And I was like, what are you saying? Wait, what you mean?
I was on this writing group, right?
Oh boy.
And this guy, this kid was like saying how like God had spoken to him, like Trump was for sure gonna win, and he did all this, and I was like, I'm not sure, dog. Like, we'll see. And then I remember I went into the other room. Biden was in the middle of getting inaugurated, and I went, and he was like, "This looks bad, guys.
This
Like,
looks
seriously."
But God did tell me, I guess. Isn't he running again? Trump's trying to run again?
Oh yeah, he already announced it.
Good for him.
I guess. I
What
don't
about
know.
Truth Social? Didn't you have that?
No,
that still a thing?
No.
No.
I don't know, dude. He's gonna be like 80 if he wins.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
he's old now.
I feel like anyone could beat Joe Biden except maybe Donald Trump. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people were kind of like, "Ooh, this wasn't what we thought it was." I knew some people that were super pro Biden. And I was like, this one's on me. Like, that's my bad. I had one like who was pretty pro Biden. He's like, I don't agree with it, but looking at Kamala Harris, I'm kind of glad we went that route. I was like, he was like, he was gonna get impeached or kicked out or something, or he was gonna die. And he's like, yeah, but like, let's keep him around just long enough to get through this. I'm like, that's probably a good idea. Let's ride this one out.
Kamala's
Can't get too
funny.
bad. Unless she scares me. Her laugh. Those things. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she's not like, she doesn't seem like a good person, but she seems almost a little bit dumb, and so it's really funny to listen to her talk.
Yeah, when they're like the layman's terms on Ukraine stuff, and she's like, well, Russia, which is a big country, is going to invade Ukraine, which is a little country, and that's
so
wrong.
That's bad.
That's bad. They're like, thank you, Kamala. That's all the 2-year-olds out there are gonna really know what's going down.
Yeah.
She
She brings up Venn diagrams like every other time she talks. She's like, I had my team make a Venn diagram. She's like, do you guys know what a Venn diagram is? It's super helpful. It's like 2 circles and they meet in the middle.
In a third circle. She learned what a Venn diagram was. It was like, we gotta use this.
It's pretty endearing.
1 circle, 2. She's hanging out with Biden, and they're just like 1 circle, 2. He's like, whoa.
The circles are touching.
Ice cream. I remember everyone roasting him when he fell off that bike, and I was like, yeah, that's when he fell
Even
down the
left-wing
stairs.
people were making fun of him. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
I felt bad because like making fun of this old man, but also like, the stairs and then the bike, and then he just walked off the stage for some ice cream. It's like this is clearly a thing.
He shook hands with the air behind him.
Have you seen the turkey one? He's
I
like
think I have.
millions of turkeys. It's like some of the countries I've been to. When he looks at the turkey, he's like, "Got anything to say?" And we're all just like, "What?" We spared millions of turkeys, like some of the countries I've been to. the turkey's not gonna. Come on, Joe. Come on.
He's like, laugh. Please laugh.
It's like the teleprompter. Oh, the font's too small, guys.
Have you ever seen that clip of Jeb Bush? He was like running for some sort of office and he was failing. And he delivered some line and there was like nothing and he's like, please clap, guys.
Oh yeah, I have seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I've never been that desperate. That's rough. That's a bad one.
That's me walking up after on borrowed time. Just
Please laugh.
Please
at
clap.
least laugh at this. Some positive element.
Yeah. I think I'm out.
I'm out.
Okay. That's it. So bye.
Go
that
check
was
out the
Susanna
website.
was here 40 minutes
Oh
ago.
yeah. Then she could have bowed with us.
Featuring Susanna. Talk to you guys later. See you next week.
Peace.
Love you all. Life is cool.
It is
Life
pretty
is
dope.
pretty good sometimes.
Live it out, man.